system because something is wrong, right? And let me also note, because I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. That in order to do this work, you don't have to be perfect, right? Right? Let me be clear about this because I've seen this happen lately. Folks falling out with each other, having problems with each other. You got to recognize that the person sitting across from the table from you is trying to work on justice. They're a valuable person, okay? They're not a perfect person, right? But they're valuable. You follow me? Because they have sense enough to know there's something going on that's wrong in this world, and they're trying to change it, right? Not everybody's trying to do that. Y'all know that. You work jobs, you go to school, but people don't care, right? So people sitting across from you, people doing this work are valuable. They're not perfect. So you got to forgive them and move on, all right? When I think about Marcus's death, one of the things that hit me about it when I first read it, the newspapers didn't say Marcus Golden died and, let's take a pause, a human being had died. It's not what they did. Almost the first thing they did was try to paint Marcus as a bad person. And I said to myself, when I see that kind of thing, there's something wrong with this society, right? There's something wrong with a society when somebody dies. The first thing they do is not console the family, not to say it's terrible that the human family has lost somebody, but to put them down. You realize it? That's not how human beings are supposed to operate. All right, let me be clear about it. That's not how human beings are supposed to operate, folks. All right? So that tells you that something's wrong. When Marcus got killed, they were so busy trying to tell you that somehow Marcus deserved what he did that they were trying not to tell you who he was. And it's so good, it's so touching to have the families here. I'm so glad that the sisters here and folks from Phil Quinn's families here. I'm sitting back there trying not to shed a tear because this touches me. I do this because it's personal on some level. It's political, but it's very personal. Somebody passing bothers me, especially when they pass for no good reason. Somebody young passing bothers me. It should bother you. And I hope that's why you all in here. You got to feel this pain so you can go out and work so it doesn't happen to anybody else. And so after Marcus was killed, I got to meet his aunt, Sister Monique. And we should give Sister Monique a hand, actually. So I didn't know what to think about Marcus. They had done such a good job. I mean, they had done such a good job of smearing Marcus that they almost got me for a second. Yeah, they almost got me for a second. I mean, he was doing this, he was doing that. He didn't do this right, he had done that. And I had to stop and think, but hold on. Marcus didn't kill nobody, right? Marcus didn't do anything to anybody that he deserved to get killed for, did he? Now help me out, y'all. Y'all kind of quiet. We supposedly live in a democracy, right? Right? The way it's supposed to work, right? That you're innocent until proven guilty, right? Okay, so that means that there's something wrong here. I saw a sign. There was a conference recently. It was a Black Radical Tradition conference. I was so glad to see it because you guys got to recognize that this radicalism comes out of a tradition. I'm old because I've been doing this for a while, right? People have been doing this. People did it before me, and hopefully, if we don't get it done, some people will do it after y'all, right? And so I began to realize that when I was listening to Marcus's aunt, she started telling me about who Marcus was, and I started to think, well, if this is his aunt, he must have been all right, right? Yeah, because his aunt is something else. And I need an aunt like that. I wish everybody needs an aunt like Sister Monique, because she's not letting me go. And let me tell you, for those who doubt why they're saying they're going to reopen the case, people are like, well, we can't reopen the case. How can we do that? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point is, she wants to reopen the case because the case is wrong. That they murdered this guy, right? So they murdered Marcus, so we should fight to reopen the case. It doesn't matter if we can win or not, right? The onus is on them to prove to us that they had a good reason for killing Marcus. And we know they did. And we want to reopen the case because they murdered this man. And we got to see it clearly. So I was looking at this conference, and I saw a sign at the march that said, in Philadelphia, I think I saw a sign that said, disband the police. And you know what? That's accurate. We keep running around talking about police accountability. There's no such thing under capitalism as police accountability. Why? That's right. That's right. Clap for that because it's true. It's their police. We keep talking about our police. No, it's not. If they were your police, we wouldn't be here now. Right. Right? They wouldn't be shooting us down the street. But repeat that. If they were your police, they would be doing what you want. Right. You see the trick? And the president, because of this system, because if it was my system, I wouldn't be having to beg them, right, to do right by us, right? The president did not mention one of the biggest problems in the country. Did y'all notice that? No mention of the police killed over 1,000 people last year, white and black, right? Mainly unarmed black folks, mainly people who are going through crises because they're kind of cowardly, right? But there was no mention of it. So what does that tell you? That tells you that this fighting is very necessary because they're not going to do it. They pretty much said to you in a settled way that this is a necessary part of doing business in America. And that's not okay with us, is it? No. So our demand on some level ought to be that the police be disbanded because you don't need police. The police don't really solve no crime. Think about it. They don't solve crime. Usually when you get hit in the head, police drove on right on by. Right? You know that. Gang fight on the corner. The police sit there and watch it, don't they? They don't get out and talk all this heroic quack. I don't see that in my neighborhood. Folks get at it, the police wait until a body falls, then they come in. So they don't stop no crime. The only way we'll stop crime, folks, is through justice. You follow what I'm saying? Only way we'll stop crime is through justice, even street crime. When folks feel like there's somebody, right, they won't victimize other folks. But we're raised up on a system of white supremacy and capitalism. And under white supremacy, we're taught, our people in my neighborhood are taught that they ain't nobody. Right. So what you gonna do if you think you ain't nobody? You come to school and you recognize that there's a game, and people drop out. They don't drop out because they're unintelligent. They drop out because they're intelligent. They realize that the system is rigged. It is rigged. That's right. And so they begin to figure out how to make money on their own because they see their mom and them going to work making $10 an hour. Right. And don't seem to be going anywhere. So on some level, it makes sense. Right. So the way we get rid of street crime is through justice. That's right. Through economic justice, through social justice, through political equality of opportunity. That's how we get. And the reason I'm addressing this because every time you turn around, somebody's telling me, man, if you're talking about Black Lives Matter, you got to talk about black on black crime. Fair enough. They both have the same source. Right? They both have the same source, injustice. That's right. This system. They both come from capitalism and white supremacy. Something's wrong because the governor in Maine got up in front of everybody. I mean, you say, we got serious problems and we got to keep organizing. He got up in front of everybody and said that, I don't remember the names he used, but pretty much he was referring to black folks. They come in and sell dope in his state, and he says they come in and impregnate the white girls and run off, right? I was like, whoa, wow, okay, is that live now? They can come out and just say racist things. Like one brother said earlier, that's not good. Donald Trump saying the most racist and vile things is not good. Part of why he's saying it is because we're not getting our job done. We've got to organize, people. We've got to organize. Part of why they're saying these things is because we're not doing our job. They got white folks in Oregon with guns. Now, we run around with some guns. They'll be like, some black people with guns. Well, there's nothing else, right? Period. That's it. Black people, what happened after that? Well, we need a mortician out here. All right? Black people with guns, that would be it. Nothing else needs to be said. But you got white folks and guns in Oregon, and part of the reason that the government's not messing with them is because they're not no freedom fighters. Don't let them fool you. They're not freedom fighters. They're not justice fighters. You know what they are? They're hustlers. They're hustling for the system. That's what they are. They're pimping for big oil, and big timber. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're pimping, yeah, because they're trying, and big ranches. These aren't poor people with small businesses trying to take over their thing. No, they're not. These people are pimping for rich folks, and they should be dealt with. But they're not being dealt with because on some level, they're doing the big businesses that work on some level. So I'm going to end with this. You know that the reason that I always say when the police kill somebody, when they kill Brother Jamar, and I want to talk about that a little bit, I'll hit on it a little bit. Same as they did Marcus, they tried to smear Jamar. I saw on Channel 4 the other day, I couldn't believe it. They showed the police chasing down Jamar and handcuffing him and what have you. And so I'm watching and I'm going, so what's the point? And the point of the broadcast was, well, Jamar had run from the police before. So I'm trying to put two and two together and come up with four. It's not making sense. So he ran from the police. So your inference is that he ran from the police before. So then that means that it was okay for them to handcuff him, throw him down, and blow his brains out. Right. Is that right? Right. And they keep trying to tell me that I'm wrong for saying that this system needs to be changed. Right? A system that does that kind of thing needs to be changed, y'all. There's something wrong. She's right to call this a nightmare in St. Paul. This is a nightmare. And our role is we have to wake up. And so we demand prosecution of the police. Because the police, if me and you do something, what do? Right? They perp walk you, right? They arrest you, right? And then you go before the judge, right? They charge you, right? Y'all look like y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all ain't never had that experience. Good for y'all. But they usually, if you do something wrong, they catch you, they arrest you, and then they charge you, right? And you have your day in court. That's what prosecution of the police means. That's why we demand it. Because if the police do something to us, right, then we demand that they be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
And that's what we have to do. And then we have to recognize that the police, you see, are part of the system. Why I always preach system change is because the police are part and parcel of this system. Their real job is to do just what they're doing. To sweat us, to beat us down, to beat down black people, to beat down women, to beat down gay folks. Yes, that's right. Right? To beat down poor white folks. They kill white folks too. That's right. Right? Because their job is to remind us of our place in this society. If you step out of line, we're going to beat you back in line. So our job is to push back against them. Because we can't keep doing this. We can't keep having memorials for our brothers and sisters, can we? We can't keep doing this, y'all. We got to push back on them. So I hope to see y'all on MOK. That's the Tale of Two Cities, right? Join us if you're in Minneapolis. Look at your sheet. You come from 46. If you're in St. Paul, you come from the other way. Some of Minneapolis person, I don't even know where they come from on St. Paul. Okay, so join us then. And by the way, if you want to talk about the real legacy of MLK, who he really was beyond that, I have a dream crap. I'm having a little forum. I call it a breakfast forum, but I don't got no breakfast, so you got some tea and coffee. You can bring me breakfast forum. So we're gonna look up at Espresso Royale at 1229 Hennepin Avenue South, Monday morning at 10 o'clock. So y'all keep the fight, because this I know I'm preaching to the choir, so to speak. Y'all heard this before. I ain't got to tell you nothing you ain't heard before. But we got to keep fighting. There was an old cat that said, if you fight, you might win.